Osama bin Laden was born in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia in 1957. He was the 17th of 52 children born to Mohammed bin Laden. He married young and joined the Islamist Muslim Brotherhood. While he was in college in the 1970s, he became a follower of the radical pan-Islamist scholar Abdullah Azzam, who believed that all Muslims should rise up in jihad or holy war to create a single Islamic state. In 1988, bin Laden created a group called Al-Qaeda, which means the base, that would focus on symbolic acts of terrorism instead of military campaigns. The first act of terror occurred early in 1991 when a bomb was planted in a hotel in Yemen. The hotel housed American troops who were on their way back from a peacekeeping mission in Somalia.
Bin Laden's terror would increase as he killed 213 people and injured 4,500 when bombs went off in U.S. embassies in Kenya on August 7, 1998. He would proceed with many more attacks over the coming years to solidify himself as public enemy number one. On September 11, 2001, Al-Qaeda operatives launched the biggest attack of them all, which pushed people to work even harder to find bin Laden. For nearly 10 years, bin Laden remained in hiding, but in August 2010, they traced bin Laden to a compound in Abbottabad, Pakistan. CIA watched over the compound for a month and decided to raid the compound on May 1st.
Shortly after 11 o'clock on the night of May 1st, two MH-60 Black Hawk helicopters took off from Jalalabad airfield in eastern Afghanistan. On the helicopters were 23 Navy SEALs from SEAL Team 6 and a Pakistani translator as well as a dog named Cairo. They flew without lights and radio communication was held to a minimum to avoid detection. The helicopters were modified to mask heat, noise, and movement. The helicopter's exterior had sharp, flat angles and were covered with radar-dampening skin. During the 90-minute helicopter flight, the SEALs rehearsed the operation in their heads. 45 minutes after they took off, four MH-47 Chinooks launched from the same runway in Jalalabad. These Chinooks had 25 Navy SEALs, so if worst came to worst, they could fight their way out.
Hilo 1's mission was to drop their SEALs in by rope. As they were hovering above the compound, something went seriously wrong. The pilot experienced a situation called setting with power. This occurred because of the high walls and warm temperatures. The air bounces off the wall and gets drafted up and back down on the helicopter. The helo was too low to get out of it, so the pilot decided to just get the helicopter down. The other pilot didn't know if they were taking fire or having mechanical issues, so he landed in a grassy field across the street. The SEALs kept on with their mission and moved in and started clearing rooms and houses. After clearing the courtyard, the SEALs moved into the main house that bin Laden was believed to be in. As they moved up the stairs, bin Laden's 23-year-old son, Khalid, was seen carrying an AK-47, and he was shot. According to what the SEALs knew, there were 5 men living in the house. 3 of them were dead now.
The SEALs proceeded upstairs and found the room that bin Laden was in. Bin Laden had 2 of his wives in front of him. They were shot in the calves. Now it was just bin Laden. The next SEAL focused his laser on bin Laden's chest and fired. As he fell back, a second round was fired and hit bin Laden in the head. Justice was served.
All around Citizens Bank Park, they are chanting USA, USA. That's because, according to reports, Osama bin Laden has been killed.